remember that, but many of the times I didn't really. And so I interviewed a lot of people for this book and for the next book, which is Star Trek Movie Memories. I interviewed a lot of people, hundreds of hours, and everybody remembers Star Trek with great love and great affection, and people's lives were changed as a result of being connected with Star Trek. And I had interviewed almost all the cast, you know. And finally I was down to one of the cast members, and they were saying what love and affection and appreciation they had. And I said, well, that's great. Well, I guess, you know, 3 hours, I guess that's it. And I started packing up my equipment. They said, wait a minute. Don't you want to hear how much we hate you? I put the equipment back together, and they proceeded to tell me years of resentment.
Well, I guess you were an intense young actor.
That's really rather good.
Very good,
yes.
Very good. Well, I mean, were you, I mean, was
I an intense young actor?
I mean, was that why? Were you so into the part, I mean, being a perfectionist?
You
I mean,
mean,
that seems to be
what was the reasons for them?
What was the reason why?
Well, I think I think that's it. I mean, you get tunnel vision when doing your show. When it comes time to do the show, you know, you'll make a little comment to the musicians. You don't mean anything by it. They take it in the wrong way.
Oh, yeah, they are such a touchy
They go home and talk to their wives and say, you know what Jay said this evening on the air? You don't mean anything by it, but it festers.
Yeah, yeah.
And it crawls in their gut.
Right.
Until years later, their hands are on your neck.
Like the Tholian web.
The Tholian web.
Yeah. But you're really a sweet guy. Would you say you're a sweet guy?
Am I a sweet guy? Probably not.
No? No? Well, no, see, I appreciate it. That's candid in the book.
No, I don't think I'm sweet, but I don't think I'm hateful.
No, no. But I don't think anybody said hateful. I think they were just sort of mad or resentful.
Angry, resentful.
I think that kind of thing. But you're very close with Leonard Nimoy. You guys
Leonard and I are buddies.
Yeah, yeah.
There were times when he felt an element of resentment.
Yeah.
Well,
anytime creative people come together, I mean, you're
it had nothing to do with creativity.
Oh, it didn't. I'm trying to get you out of it. Go ahead, hang yourself.
Well, I express my appreciation and love of people by playing practical jokes on them. I mean, we do get up out of that chair.
Really? Yeah.
And Leonard loved to get to lunch first from the stages way up on the in the studio. We'd have to run down to the commissary.
Right.
First one in line, 100 people get out of this off the stage. The 100th person is starting to eat when everybody else is finished.
Right, right.
So being first in line was very important. And when they said lunch, everybody would dash, and I was rather fast in those days. I'd soar past everybody, be first in line. Leonard bought a bike.
Oh, so he could race to the...
So he could race to the commissary and get there first. So one day I bought a lock and a chain. And then he, the next day, bought a bolt cutter.
Yeah.
And then I put his bike for safekeeping in my dressing room. I just happened to have my Doberman in the dressing room.
Oh, was that right? Did he come in to try?
He went into the dressing room, and he got scared to death and got very angry. And I told him the best way to stop a charging Doberman is while he is in midair, reach in and grab him by the tongue.
Oh, yeah.
It stops a charging dog all the time.
You know what's fascinating to me? I just picture you guys in outer space and then going to lunch. That's just odd to me. See, as a kid, not as a kid, but I was a teenager when Star Trek was first on, and just sort of...
I was a teenager when we were making it.
Oh, really? Really? So it's the same thing. So let's take a break. When we come back, I want to ask you about working with Patrick Stewart and the new crew, and could Kirk take Picard? That's just one of those philosophical questions. We will have the answer to that question when we return. Ladies and gentlemen, talking with, well, he's in his civilian clothes now, of course.
This is actually a uniform, isn't it?
Oh, this is a uniform.
It's an executive's uniform.
Well, here's the question. Here is the question.
Yeah.
And I think this is one of those things that Trekkies and philosophers will ponder. Could Kirk, in a intergalactic battle, take Patrick Stewart, Captain Picard? Could you effectively kick his ass?
He's got no ass.
So you feel that in any sort of buttock battle, you would have the advantage.
I think I would have the cheek.
Right. To take you. So now, did the two crews? Because this is exciting. In this new Star Trek movie, you've done it already, right? It's in the can.
All done.
It's in the can.
Yeah.
Did the two crews come together?
I can't say.
Are you not allowed? Oh, these guys are like sworn to
CIA,
secrecy.
FBI, they mark the scripts. Oh, they number the scripts. There's a secret code on every page.
Oh,
And
really?
if a page, it's the darndest thing you've ever seen. If a
Yeah.
page is released, they know exactly who did it because each script is numbered and the code on the pages are designated to the people.
Wow.
And it's...
Well, let me try and get some of the stuff. Does Kirk die in this one?
I could kick Patrick Stewart's ass, no question
Well,
about it.
no. But do you die? Does Kirk die in this? See, I've heard rumors. I know Star Trek fans. I follow this stuff. Does Kirk die? I've heard rumors that Kirk dies in this one.
You've heard that rumor?
No, you're not going to tell me.
Well, I can't tell you because...
All right.
Everybody knows. It was a tough last scene. Let me just put it that way.
Oh, that's a good thing.
And we did it in the desert.
Yeah.
110 degrees, 3% humidity.
Wow.
It sucked the energy right out of you.
Sucked it right out. Was it fun working with Patrick Stewart? I mean, did
He's
you
the
guys...
greatest. He's a wonderful, wonderful actor. He's a great guy.
Yeah,
I
he's
love
a nice
him.
man. He's a very nice man. One of my favorites. Now, and you're still into the horse thing?
Big into the horses.
Yeah.
Love the horses. Saddlebreds and quarter horses. I saw you...
Yeah, I should tell him the story. I go up to the equestrian center one day for a car show. I know nothing about horses. And hardly ever been on a horse since I was a kid. I walk over the... I see here, you're in the stables talking to a group about... He hosts the Hollywood...
Charity horse show.
Charity horse show. And he says, it's going to be a big show. We're going to have all these celebrities. And he goes, there's Jay Leno, one of the finest horsemen in the valley. Jay, come on over here. And I go, what? And then these reporters are going, Jay, what kind of horse do you ride? The Chevy. Somehow I get dragged into this.
472 horses
That's right,
under
that's
the floor.
right. Do you ride horses a lot in the movies? I'm trying to think if I...
Well, we wrote in a horse sequence in Star Trek 7.
Oh, okay.
And I use a Western pleasure horse
Yeah.
that I've been working with a long time. And I use the horse...
Now, what
the
is
horse
that Western pleasure horse? That sounds like something from the Mustang Ranch or something. What is that? I've never heard of a pleasure horse. What does that mean?
Well, to be absolutely
Just a
truthful...
good old riding horse?
Serenity of the ride. It's,
Yeah.
A horse does things with a serenity.
Okay.
It's and well trained.
Okay, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead. I just was
it's just
curious that term.
I use a horse in a scene.
Yeah.
A very well trained horse as an extension of the performance. If it's edited, if they keep the stuff that was there on the scene, the horse becomes an extension of me and becomes a part of the scene. Quite interesting, I think.
Well, what guy wouldn't want to be like a horse, as they say? Let me ask you now. Does Patrick Stewart ride in this, too?
Does Patrick Stewart...
Does he ride a horse, too?
Does he ride? Yeah, Patrick Stewart rides a horse.
Yeah.
And we had a whole day
Yeah.
on the horse.
Right.
I mean, the whole sequence took a whole day. And I feel I can announce on this program to the national audience
Yes.
that the two captains wore pantyhose under their costume.
Now, why? Was this
In
just
order
for
to
fun,
avoid
or-
the chafing of the saddle and all day long, I suggested to Patrick to wear pantyhose, which is an old Western trick.
Really?
Yeah, all cowboys wear pantyhose.
Now, I myself like the control top. I don't know if you...
I don't have that problem.
Really? Oh, yeah. So you just go down the store, you pick up a couple of those eggs, and I guess one size does fit all. Bill, good to see you. It's Bill, isn't it? People say William, but it's Bill Shatner.
Indeed.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Congratulations. Oh, let me ask you wait. You're telling me these are going to be a...
I want to tell you that Star Trek Memories is on the top 10 list for the last 3 weeks.
Right.
And that an announcement I'd like to make is that Tech War will be on the USA Network starting in January.
The novels you wrote are going to be a series.
The novels will be on CTV in Canada.
Oh, that's great.
At about the same time.
Well,
We're
terrific.
very proud of that.
William Shatner. William Bill Shatner, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.